Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first annual middle school band recruitment concert. Let's give them a round of applause. So, my name is Miss Freeburn, and I am the band director here at MPH. So my role in the school, I teach lower school, middle school, and upper school band, as well as some of the lower school general music classes. And you might have seen around campus, I do some clubs around here, which some of our middle schoolers are ambassadors for, including our Animal Crossing Club. You might have seen those posters around. Yay, Animal Crossing Club. So, welcome to our recruitment concert. Many of you I know from lower school general music and some of our lower school band members, but a lot of you I haven't met yet. So that is the very reason we are here today. So, for my 3rd, 4th, and my 5th grade band members, this performance is for you to get a little taste of what middle school band will be like for when you graduate to this ensemble. And most importantly for this time of year, for my 2nd graders, you are about to embark on a new journey with many choices ahead of you. Some of you might have been a part of our Suzuki string program where you might be playing violin, other string instruments. Some of you may have never played an instrument before. Whether you're in either part of those groups, you have the choice when you go into 3rd grade to choose a band instrument. And so you're going to have 4 choices, which we're actually going to show you today. So, with the help of my middle school band members, I'd like to invite your first instrument choice for our 2nd graders is going to be the flute. So please welcome Ellie, Eleni, and Yumo to tell you a little bit about the flute, which is your first choice. Come on.
The flute is a beautiful and versatile instrument with a rich history. The flute is a part of the woodwind family, even though it is made of metal. Unlike many other woodwind instruments, it doesn't use a reed. Instead, it produces sound from the flow of air across an opening. As one of the oldest instruments, the flute has been cherished in many cultures around the world. The sound of the flute is light, high-pitched, fluttery, creating beautiful, clear, and bright notes.
Thank you, flutes. So that is option number 1, is the flutes. So, our 2nd choice for our 2nd graders is going to be also in the woodwind family, and it is the clarinet. So our clarinet, let's come on up, Peyton, Marissa, and Lily.
The clarinet is a woodwind instrument known for its warm and rich sounds. Played with a single reed, the clarinet can produce deep, smooth notes that can be both mellow and powerful. It's made of wood or plastic, and it has many keys that you can press to change the pitch. The clarinet sound is often described as warm, resonant, and expressive, making it perfect for a wide range of music.
Thank you, clarinets! Now, for our 3rd choice, we are entering the brass family. So can we please welcome Barrett, Jake, and Hadrian to show us the trumpet?
The trumpet is a bright and bold brass instrument known for its powerful and clear sounds. Played by buzzing your lips into a mouthpiece, the trumpet has 3 valves that you press to change the notes. It can produce both loud, triumphant sounds and soft, mellow tones, making it perfect for any types of music, from classical to jazz to marching bands. The sound of the trumpet is often described as vibrant and energetic.
Thank you, trumpets. And last but not least, we have the lowest of our brass instruments, and that is the trombone. So please invite Sydney and Ben to come forward to trombone.
The trombone is a unique and powerful brass instrument known for its rich and smooth sound. Unlike other brass instruments, the trombone uses a slide to change notes, which gives it a distinct and expressive quality.
It can produce a wide range of sounds, from deep and mellow to bright and brassy, making it perfect for various styles of music, from classical to jazz to marching bands. The sound of the trombone is often described as warm and full.
Thank you. Have a seat. So, our first choice what was our first choice? Do you remember what it was called? What about 2nd? Third. And last but not least, trombone. So, to be clear, this is for for our second graders, next week you're going to get a form and your classroom teachers will explain the process. But the goal today for you all is to listen to our middle school band and get inspired. See if there's any instruments that you feel excited about. If you've been playing a string instrument and you want to try something new, this is the perfect opportunity to do so. And if you've never played an instrument before, this is the perfect time to try something else. So, without further ado, if you're not hyped up already, please enjoy our middle school band performance of our 3 pieces that we've been working so hard on this semester. And this is super special because this is the last time we are going to be playing these 3 pieces in this group with these specific people. So we're so excited to share our pieces and all that we've learned, and please enjoy our middle school band performance. Thank you. very special performance. I know our middle school band members love to showcase our work. So, I know Miss Abdo, did we want to take any questions about our recruitment? Is this a good time? I'm not sure what time we got. Oh, we're on time. That's perfect. So, I guess if we have any questions about being in middle school band, or maybe for my second graders that are going to choose an instrument for next year, I'm going to take a quietly raised hand to see if anyone has any questions, or if we have any questions for our band members as well. In the back, yes. Yes.
Go ahead, Tara.
Which one would you prefer?
Which one do I prefer? Well, I love them all for very different reasons. I'm a brass player myself. Actually, Abby, who just left, had the French horn. There is one brass instrument in our ensemble that I played, which is French horn. So I personally love the brass instruments the most. But ultimately, it's really up to what you want, because this is an instrument that's going to stick with you for a long, long time. And so I would recommend going home. Maybe if you have a parent that can help you on a computer to look up your flute songs, your trombone songs, your trumpet songs, clarinet songs. Then if you can hear the differences in what you like, that's always my best advice. What else? Any other questions? Yes, next. Oh, the easiest. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there an easier one? They all are going to point to each other and be like, yours is easier. No, yours is easier. They're all different in very different ways, I would say. Oh, percussion. Some of them are easier to start, but then get harder as you go. Some of them are harder to start, and then once you get it, it's easy. So really, it's kind of dependent on how you're built, too. And so what I would recommend is, if you're in second grade going into third grade, I would recommend do it based on what you like, the sound, the look of it. Just imagine yourself playing it. And then next year, we can try it out. And so we'll have more opportunity in the fall to really start to experiment. And say you pick the trumpet and go to play and you're like, this is not working. You can always change your mind at the beginning of the year. So I would pick your first choice, and then we'll try it out and see what works. Yes, Giovanna.
What are the added choices you can choose?
That's a good question. So as you can see, our band has much more than just flutes and clarinets and trombones and trumpets. We have other ones like the saxophones. You want to hold them up? Just give a little woo-hoo. So we have some saxophones. We have a French horn in here. We also have Harper. You're playing a baritone horn, which is like a cousin of the trombone. And we also have percussion instruments, which we're going to experiment what that's going to look like next year. But for the most part, if you play, say, a clarinet and you're like, I might want to change, I would recommend trying something like the saxophone, which is like a related instrument. It has a reed, it's very similar. So your options do expand when you get to middle school, and that's something we talk about on a case-by-case basis. So I strongly encourage, especially my third and fourth graders, to stick with the instrument you picked if it's working for you. Because you find if you change it a bunch of times, you start right back at square one. And that's no fun, because then you feel like a beginner all over again, and maybe some people have been playing for 3 or 4 years. So I really recommend sticking with what you picked, but if you're really not feeling it, always you can come talk to me and we'll find another plan. Any other questions? Yeah. That is a good point. And see, Ellie, hold up your flute. Look at how many buttons. And that's a good question, because there's so many buttons. So when you pick, my best answer is that you'll have a lesson with me and I'll show you. But we have all sorts of books that you can read that show you pictures of which ones. Sometimes with the flutes, which my lower schoolers might remember, we added stickers, right? Yeah, so we added stickers. Sometimes we'll put stickers on our instruments to just learn the first few notes, and then we'll start to wean off of them. Like if you play string instruments, sometimes you have the tapes on there. I don't know, do any string people have tapes on theirs? Yeah, you know what I mean. And so then eventually when you get really, really good, you don't need them as much. So we have similar things with the band instruments that we'll do to help you learn. But it's definitely one day at a time. Any questions? Yes. Yeah.
When you did like the hand moves,
Yeah.
when the people are playing, do they know what it means?
They do. I at least hope they do. They do. So each part of my motion is a different beat in the measure. So this is beat number 1, this is beat number 2, and number 3, and number 4. And so when I'm playing, they know if they ever get lost too, this is always 1. So they'll look at their music and they see measure 1, they're like, oh, there it is. If I use 2 hands, sometimes that means a specific measure number. Like we have big boxes that'll be like number 25. And if all of a sudden you use 2 hands, they know it's that rehearsal number, which is something we learned in band class. So they know. It's like a secret language, a musical language. One more question, and let's keep it about the recruitment process. If you have any important, burning questions about that. There's so many. Miss Palmer, you pick. I'm just going to listen.
Chloe, go ahead.
What if you're already playing a string instrument and you want to change the beat?
So if you already play a string, you can switch if you'd like. And that's something you'll want to talk to Miss Morakian about when she gets back. And that'll be a conversation at the beginning of the year. But like I said, if you're playing a string instrument, you're like, this might not be for me. I want to try something new. This is the best time in the beginning of the year to change, because we don't want to do it in the middle of the year. But that's something you'll want to talk about with Miss Morakian, especially if you do play a string instrument. With that, I think we must depart. Miss Palmer, how would we like to do this?
Can you say thank you one more time and give her a
Thank
big
you.
round of applause?
Thank you.